but we never know. Let's get into some more crazy things that have been happening in Jamaica as we make our way past Bull Bay, St. Andrew into the Bull Pass Bridge area. So we are seeing that the US student was abducted by her alleged boyfriend or a socio-psychopath, whatever that individual was, burned multiple times, but he's from an affluent family. So let us see what will happen. That is where we're going to pause the news for a little while before we get back into the discovery. So we're currently here on location in the Bull Bay area, and we are passing the Bull Pass Bridge area, and this is just a guide as to where the road network will exit from the Bull Pass Bridge. And this is the exit, and then this is the area you have on the right and on the left where the road will be placed. So on the left hand, you see that the road has been elevated, it has been pressed, so that is where we'll be driving on in a little while. But on the right, they are currently working on it, and this is the area that we are driving on. We are realizing that there is not as much turbulence as we had last time when we were on this road. So now we can have a better appreciation as to what is happening in this geography. Indeed, we are truly blessed to have these roads getting some TLC as we embark into the future. And I don't want anyone to think that this is being given freely. This is given with an intent for a return on the investment. What am I saying? It means then that we will be having more patrol. The government will be finding more ways to try to get money from our pockets to pay for the construction of this road network. So whatever taxation, whatever new laws and regime, whatever increase in the accounts that they see feasible, they will be executing it. And we are seeing that the road on the left is almost ready for us to be driving on. When that is complete, that's the side we'll be driving on as they continue work on the right hand. But they're not quite ready for us just yet on that side. If you look around, you can see the different changes that have been taking place. The road is coming on. This area, all this area where the police station is, will be removed, demolished, as that is the side that we will be driving on in a little while. And that would be 2 lanes on that side, and where we're driving on, another 2 lanes in the opposite direction. So as we make our way down to St. Andrew, further down into St. Andrew in Bull Bay Harborview area, we will just use our eyes to peruse the changes that have been taken place and see if we can spot any new discoveries that may have been missed, or there has been a slight or brief oversight. So this is where we're going to pause the commentary for this moment as you allow yourself to be visually stimulated as you peruse from left to right and right to left. But while you are at it, let us get back into some changes that have been taking place in Jamaica. So yes, we have been seeing some crazy stuff happening in Jamaica. The news have been presenting a lot of information to us, and some of this information has been quite concerning, especially the discovery of an altercation between 2 or 3 school-age young men. We saw a young man was being kicked and abused by fellow colleagues from a school beginning with D, and that individual seemed to have succumbed to a great degree to the travesty that has occurred. And if you were privileged, or should I even say privileged, if you were allowed to see the video, you'll realize that there were some questionable acts taking place. Because in the video, what many persons may have not realized is that one of the young men had his pants open, and the other young man was being beaten, and the young man being beaten was on his knees. So this reminds me of the things that happen in prison, and I am just appalled that these kind of things would be happening in our schools. You know, when a fresh meat goes to prison, based on how the movie is presented, you have the big man come down with his boys behind him, and he's telling the new guy the rules, and then he will have his pants open, and then the new guy would be on his knees doing all manner of evil stuff. So these are I am not sure if it's the movies that the young people are watching, the homes that they have been grown up in, which cause their mind to be so decadent that they can think to do these things to each other. So we're seeing it from the high school level that children need guidance. We're seeing it at the college level that even though you may be in the universities, you are still abusive based on your brought up. So there is a lot of things that have been happening in this country. Some of it I can't even make mention of. Even some instances with the police throwing a young lady on the ground and pulling her like a piece of meat. I can't even mention all the things that have been happening in the month of February. And there are things that has not reached the media, but the mainstream media, but they're on social media. It's good that people can now record incidents as they happen in real life. So I think that what we need to do is to be praying for these people, praying for the persons in leadership. I know that they mean us no good, but the Bible says that we should pray for them. Yes, we have to pray for them so that they can come to their senses and realize that they're selling out their own country. And yes, we understand that you don't want the J party or you don't want the P party. So what is it that we're going to do? We're going to have to create a new party. And if you are not willing to start over, then we will never have the right party. Then again, we have to realize that these things are not just happening in isolation. They are happening because of strategic design. But are you working in accordance with the design? That is something that you have to think about. I'm not here to give you my opinion. I'm just here to present the information and allow you to utilize your cerebellum and your cerebrum so that you can come to a rational decision after you have executed your freedom and your capacity to think in a sterile environment while perusing the activities that have been taking place in the country of Jamaica. I know that it may seem like a gruesome place to be, but that is not the truth. This only take place most frequently in certain areas. So we have to understand when the politicians make rules and laws that are not in the people's best interests. We have to understand why they are making these provisions, because they are not being affected. They don't understand. They have never really been in the position where they have nothing. The more disadvantaged you are, the more advantage people take of your disadvantage. And that is why when you are poor, your back is the back that the country is going to be using to move forward. You are the workers. So until we come to the realization that things are not where they should be, and we have put measures in place to get them to where they need to be, we're always going to be in the repetitive cycle of in and out and out and in and out and out and in, just moving around in a circle. But that is not what I want you to do. I want you to pray for this country. I want you to just counsel someone if you get a chance. I want you to be the peacemaker, the change maker as we move forward in this month of February 2023. So from this moment forward, I want you to commit to being a positive change. It starts with one person at a time. So this time is your time, and we are imploring you to do your best as you seek to aid in the forward movement of Jamaica. I know that we have stated a lot, and there's a lot more to be stated, but I will allow you at this time to just enjoy the different changes that have been taking place as we step aside and encourage you to walk, ride, drive, and fly good. Signing out from RoadTripja, the heartbeat of Jamaica's road is Dr. A. Have yourself a beautiful day.